April 17th, today marks the 4th anniversary of the day my fiance walked out of the house and out of my life. Now, you might be asking, what prompted this memory? Well, I was organizing some photos this afternoon after work in my office, and lo and behold, God or the universe has a way of playing, tricks on you. What fell out of there? It was a photo of the last vacation that we had taken. We had gone to the beach, March, so a month before he left. We had gone to the beach. Since my son was still in high school, he joined us. It was a really nice trip, 5 days, and it was really great. And so one of those photos just slipped out of a pile I was holding, trying to organize. And I thought, what's going on? So then it explained the gnawing feeling, the nagging feeling I'd felt today since the moment I woke up. But I couldn't place why. My kids are fine, my parents are fine, my sisters, my dogs, my health, my home. But I could not pinpoint what is this feeling like in the pit of my stomach. It's so weird. We all have that sixth sense, like a gut feeling. So anyway, I said, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yes, today is the anniversary. And within these last 4 years, we've only had communication, face-to-face communication once. I asked to see him, and within, I guess it was just a little over a year. It was in 22 when he says, you know what, I'll be in town. Let's meet for dinner. So we met for dinner, and it was great seeing him. This man, he remembered that white is my favorite color. You guys know I wear white often. It's my favorite color, so he clearly put some thought into what he was wearing. A beautiful white shirt, his jeans and boots, which I love that look. Just a hardworking guy. He looks so handsome. He had dropped some weight, so man, did he look nice. So when he gave me that hug, hey, how are you? That normal bullshit through dinner and all that. It was okay. We were catching up. How are the kids? How are the grandkids? He's got 12 grandkids. I have 0. So we were just chit-chatting, and dinner was fine. The restaurant was extremely busy, so the tables were close, and so that went well. We had some laughs also during dinner, but at 10 o'clock when the restaurant closed, they asked us to leave, and so we hadn't planned on what we were going to do after dinner, so we decided to walk a little while. And we were walking and talking, and just I asked him about his mom, he asked about my parents, and blah blah blah. After not seeing each other for over a year, having been really close, there comes a point when things become awkward. So it became awkward maybe after 30 minutes. So anyway, I stopped and I said, hey, I appreciate you coming. Oh, by the way, during dinner, I had asked him some questions, just some basic questions. I wasn't going to dive deep into all of the reasons why he had decided just to walk out that day. I hadn't, but I did thank him for coming because he does live in another state. So I asked him some light questions, and he gave me a brief response, which was okay. So I figured, this is closure, but I really wanted to know, honestly, I wanted to know if he had thought about reconciling. So at that moment, we'd stopped, and I looked at him and I said, okay, what do you want? I feel like I have closure now because we did talk, we saw each other, and things seem okay, but what do you want? You guys are going to be floored by what he said. This is all true. If he watches the video, he'll know that what I'm saying is true. He said, well, I need to talk to my daughters about this. I want their opinion. And I'm sure that my jaw dropped, and for a second, or maybe a few seconds, I probably was incredulous hearing that. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, I have to talk to my daughters. I have to talk to them about this. I want to get their opinion. And so without having to ask a lot of questions, I stopped. I listened to him. I sort of took my time in responding because I didn't want to come across as bitter or jaded or angry or furious. He'd already left me, so whatever he was deciding, I had to live with it. I mean, he walked out one time, and it seemed easy enough for him to just leave on that day. So I said, in my mind, I thought, no, this is not okay. For him to have to talk to his daughters, I've got 2 kids of my own, but the fact that he wanted to consult with them, get their opinion, their feedback, their input on whether or not we should reconcile, I said, you know what, this isn't going to work. In my mind, I thought, from now on, forever and ever, amen, I will have to realize and expect that any decisions that we make together, or any opinions or any plans or whatever it is, he'll have to run it by the girls. And I thought, no way, Jose, I can't do it. I can't do it. So at that point, I just said, you know what? You know how to find me. Have a great life. Goodbye. And I walked away. And I never heard from him again, which is fine. Now, seeing that photo of us over 4 years ago at the beach, having a great time, and not feeling angry or sitting there moping or feeling some kind of sorry for myself or some kind of way about it, I know that I'm healed. I'm healed from that pain and disappointment and hurt that he caused me. It was bad. It was bad. You can ask my son, he's honest. Ask my sister, she called every weekend and she'd say, what are you doing? And I say, I'm here. She says, are you crying? Yes, I'm crying. Go out to the park. And I said, no, I don't want to. So every weekend for at least 3 years, every weekend, crying, never in front of my son because he was still home, but crying by myself in my huge house, thinking about how was it my fault? Clearly it was my fault if he was able to walk out the door without an explanation. He left me my beautiful engagement ring, which, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I still wore that ring. It's so beautiful. I wore it probably to sleep, just because I loved it. He surprised me with it. It's lovely. But I finally gave it to my mom for safekeeping or whatever. I said, Mom, here, this is yours. You can do whatever you want. Sell it if you can get money for it. But anyway, today, overall, it was a great day. Work was fine. Everybody's fine. My family, my kids, my parents, my sisters, my dogs. But I wanted to share that with you. I guess I will never forget this day. But as the years go by, and more time passes, I know that it was a lesson, because I'm stronger. I learned so much from that experience, and honestly, I wish him the best. I want him to be happy, because he's a great guy. He really is a great guy. He's hardworking and dedicated to his job and the industry in which he works. He adores his kids, and of course his grandkids are everything. So I really 100%, I hope he's happy. But I'm okay. I got through it. I got through another year, and I'm stronger. And ever since deleting the last account from those dating apps, I have a different mindset, and I feel that I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm enjoying the time by myself. I'm going to a show this weekend, a comedy show. It's actually a comedy show about Mexicans. It's going to be great. It's in Austin, Texas. By the way, let me share that with you. If you're in Austin, look at Latino Comedy Club on this Saturday. There's one show. The last show is next Saturday. It's called One Mexican with 6 names, something like this. One Mexican, no, I don't remember, but look for the Latino Comedy Club. You won't find the address until you pay for tickets. They're $20, but it's going to be good. One Mexican that plays 6 characters. So that should be good. So I'm going to that. My son will be home next Tuesday, so we're going to a concert at the Moody Center. It's a girl named Christy X. I don't even know, but I agreed. He bought me a ticket, so I said, yes, I'll go with you. So I'm doing that. I'm feeling good. So today was another year, and yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. Please share your opinions in the comments. Share your opinions. See, this is exactly why I do not want to date a man with kids. Whether he's got, especially if they're daughters. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I do not want to date a man with daughters, because I know about dads and their daughters, and that's great. However, let me show this real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. I'll stop the video. Okay. A couple of male friends that I've had since grade school, you know, we connect, and they know that I'm single, and they've been single also. Their kids are about my kids' age, so sometimes we connect on Facebook, or I'll call them, they'll call me, hey Leti, how you doing, blah blah blah. So we talked about this after he left, and you know, I shared that. Each of us shared what had happened with our marriages and with our relationships, and you know, the parents of our kids, blah blah blah. So I shared that with a couple of them, and they said, that is so effed up. I have daughters too, and I love them. I will do anything for them. But if I was married, if I was engaged, if I had a girlfriend as serious, someone that I'm going to marry, engaged to, that becomes a different level of unity. And I said, right? So all of the people, well, not all of them, but those close friends and one cousin, he had a similar breakup. And he said, Letty, that is not normal. The 3 friends with whom I shared my story, my experience, said, that is so effed up. That is not normal. A dad and his daughter or daughters should be close. I get it. but not so close where the daughters are making the decisions and having input into whom their dad can date. So I thought, okay, well then I'm not being irrational. I'm not being some kind of jealous way or envious of their relationship. It's not normal. I didn't ask my kids when I accepted his proposal. I didn't ask them for permission. That's another thing that he did. The day after we became engaged, he says, oh yeah, I talked to my daughters, I got their blessing. And he says, and of course I talked to Daniela because she helped me pick the ring size. And I said, okay, I should have known that was a red flag there, which I wanted to ignore, which I did ignore because I love this man. I loved him. You guys know what happens when we love someone. We love hard and 100%, and we sometimes are in denial of some red flags. And that was a red flag when he said, oh, well, I talked to my daughters and I asked their permission to get married to you or to ask you to marry me. I should have known, but I was so excited, and in love. And we do crazy shit when we're in love. Anyway, that's my story. It's a good one. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened to someone, but up to now, it's one of the most painful things that has happened to me on a personal basis. So I want to share that with you just so you guys can know and see how great I'm doing, how happy I feel, and that I'm truly 100% and genuinely over that relationship. And I hope he's doing good. If you watch this video, I hope you're great. I hope you're happy. That's it for tonight. I've walked this same block about 20 times during the duration of this video. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Please send some comments. What do you think about all this? What do you think about the story? This is all true. I'm not lying to you. I can't make up shit like this. What are your thoughts? Please share your comments on the thread, or you can write individually to me privately at averquepasainlife@gmail.com. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like my video because it makes me feel good. That's the only reason it makes me feel good. I hope you all have a great evening. I love you. Bye, guys.